Hello everyone, welcome to week 3 of Friday Feast, the weekly devlog update where I talk a bit about a feature or a system in Nightmare Kitchen and dive into detail about how it's created, why it's there, and how other games may implement it, and small nuggets of information that I've learned over my years of being a game dev. Let's jump right in. Today's topic is about cinematics in video games, but more specifically, boss cinematics. Cinematics in general, including boss cinematics, are never necessary for a game, but I think they can greatly contribute to the atmosphere and overall feeling that a game gives you when playing it. And besides, what qualifies as a cinematic anyways? I mean, depending on who you ask, I feel like you might get different answers. Personally, I think something even as short and small as Binding of Isaac, which has these little 3-second cutaways to each boss, still qualifies as cinematic, and it definitely helps improve the overall feeling of the game. Lots of games also have higher production feeling cinematics, such as Elden Ring, Another Crab's Treasure, and again, one of my favorite games, Borderlands, I think also does this well.
Let's turn up the heat!
Like I said before, not all games need cinematics, but I do believe that Nightmare Kitchen would benefit from them greatly, especially due to the strong emphasis on enemy design that the game already has. And an intro boss cinematic would give the enemy a nice place to shine through the screen, give it a little bit more personality, and overall also help the player feel more immersed in the world because of it. Funny enough, a big inspiration for me for creating the system for Nightmare Kitchen ended up being Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I really love the way that the text kind of typewrites itself across the screen, and I wanted to incorporate something like that as well with my own twist on it. After setting up the first boss character and adding the necessary components for it to exist in the game, I began writing a shader to have the movie-style black bars on the top and bottom of the screen, wrote a script to control it, and even added a little bit of blend. The first iteration was simple, but had a lot of stuff going on already. The text was typewriting out, the bars go and animate into the screen, and the text also flies off the screen at the end. After struggling a bit to get vertex manipulation working on the characters for the text, I got this cool gravity effect where the letters fall into place and then kind of hinge on the top and sway. And the tagline also has this nice little sinusoidal movement to it. After also adding the ability to put a gradient on the text by messing with the vertex colors, I started adding sound, so you can take a listen to the first iteration of that here. You can already hear it coming together a bit, but the next step was the very long and tedious process of putting together the actual cinematic itself. This can be done in a variety of different ways, whether you want to string animations together in one bigger one, or actually script the animations in some kind of sequence. I decided to string them together in one bigger animation, but allow for a variable drop height since the sizes of the enemy rooms can sometimes vary. And let's take a look at what the first iteration of that looked like. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. But let's see what happens once I add sound to the boss and a few particle effects as well. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. The last feature to add is for the cinematic system to be able to notify other systems when certain events happen. For instance, when the enemy falls through the ceiling, I want rubble to play, the ceiling panels to break, and a light to shine through, and when other things like the roar and the ground pound happen, I want camera effects to be able to play. Now let's look at what the final version of the cinematic currently looks like. That wraps up this week's topic of boss cinematics. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, but let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Until then, I will see you guys next week for Friday Feast number 4. Peace out.